Away and running. Paris by Night was the first one to ping, showing good toe is Sweet Bourbon Tea in that second place position, and Bourbon Music is set alight in that third place spot. Now on the far outside, She's a Dancer came away hustling fourth, and Bangkok Blaze is right there too. Miss Eleanor rides the rail, and Smoky Mist is last of all. No pace on for Paris by Night, and she leads the charge around the far turn with a 1-length lead. Bourbon and Music hounds her speed every step of the way, and She's a Dancer starts to move on the far outside. Sweet Bourbon Tea stays parked at the rail, but to no avail. And now Bangkok Blazes passed by one, which is Smoky Mist, and Miss Eleanor has to sprout wings from last as they turn for home. Paris by Night shown the whip and is opened up by 2. She's a Dancer now emerges out of the crowd to land second. Bourbon and Music has no more to give inside the final furlong, where Paris by Night holds on to a 3-length lead. She's a Dancer with a long steady grind, and here she comes. She's a Dancer with all this glorious momentum and hits the front, turning the tables over the favorite. She's a Dancer has won it. Paris by Night was second, Bourbon and Music was third, and Sweet Bourbon Tea was fourth. Away and running. Terrible start for the 4 Essential Girls, stumbled at the start. Sweet and Feisty, Flea, and Emer, the first 3 to pick up velocity. Sweet Marjorie has some pace to chase early on. Essential Girls recovered to be in 5th, that is very wide and making a bold early bid, and that leaves Radio Goo Goo last of all. So Flea has company today, and Sweet and Feisty takes the baton away. Emer's committed to a 4-wide kick, and even wider than that is Essential Girl, despite a stumbling start. Sister Marjorie chasing this quartet of speed, and so last of all is Radio Goo Goo. So in a paceless affair, Flea kicks right back in those white blinkers, and Sweet and Feisty sticks with her, and deep on the track is Essential Girl 1 length off the lead. Emer has a charmed run today, if good enough, under some tight reins too, and Sister Marjorie gets a loose rein to keep on going, and Radio Goo Goo still hasn't moved from last. They turn again. Sweet and Feisty and Flea take their pace battle to the far turn, and now Emer's shown the whip in that 3rd place position. Sister Marjorie passes a very tired Essential Girl, and Radio Goo Goo still at the back of the pack. Second turn, it's Flea who's trying to slip away from a tenacious Sweet and Feisty. Emer is closing in, and the one you gotta watch is Sister Marjorie winding up in the yellow cap on the far outside. Homeward bound now, and Flea has been under the gun. Sweet and Feisty has applied that pace pressure, but Sister Marjorie closing 2 to their every one, and there goes Sister Marjorie with a winning move. Sweet and Feisty battles Flea. Emer has no more to give. Radio Goo Goo's late on the scene, but it's all Sister Marjorie who sought off a brilliant pace battle, and at 8-1, Sister Marjorie has won it. Flea was second, Sweet and Feisty third, and Emer was fourth. Away and running. Good speed today from Rapaz. Voluntary joins that fight on the front, and Blushing Princess is right there too. Uncommon stays pinned towards the PVC, and Ivy My Love came away a handy 5th. Tracking in 6 is Fire Streak with Sister T, and Parariba Blue is last of all. At the 6 furlong pole, it's Rapaz who shows them the hind end and shows the way by 1 length. Blushing Princess is right there on a firm hold in that 2nd place position, and Voluntary sits the trick trip, but is a little headstrong, leaving the 5-furlong stick. There's a break in the action back to Uncommon, who scrapes the paint in fourth, and Ivy My Love is teaming up with her on the far outside. And still the last three, it's Fire Streaked and Sister T, and Parariba Blue still last of all. They go down to the 3.5, and Rapaz continues to lead over the soft-rated sod, and that lead is still a length and a tail at best. Blushing Princess has been hounding her speed every step of the way. Voluntary gets closer, only 2 lengths off the speed, and is now a settled third. Uncommon tracks the speed in fourth, and trying to close in his Fire Streak from fifth as they go past the quarter pole. Rapaz has been this long time leader. Voluntary is looking for the out. Blushing Princess 3 wide. Uncommon is winding up, and so is Fire Streak. 5 chances, 3/16 to go, and Voluntary says let's go and hits the front. Now Rapaz is trying to stick with this rival, and these two to settle the score. Voluntary now inching away. Rapaz digs deep but has to play second fiddle to Voluntary. Over Rapaz, Fire Streak, and Uncommon was fourth. Away and running. Good speed towards the inside for Federal Exchange. Battle Warrior joins the fight, and so does AG Diamond. And Sharon's Prince relaxes off the pace to be in fourth. Impressiveness gallops along in that 5th place position, and 12 Nelson's last of the 6. So AG Diamond, he couldn't be going any faster. Tries to relax the speed and leads by almost 2. Federal Exchange, a lonesome 2nd place foe in that 2nd place position. And Battle Warrior leaves the rail wide open for impressiveness today at the 3.5. Still second to last is 12 Nelson, and Sharon's Princes whipped them in. They got 3 furlongs to go. AG Diamond is bracing for an onslaught of challengers, and Federal Exchange goes past AG Diamond with ease. Battle Warrior now picks up momentum. So does Sharon's Prince on the far outside. Impressiveness comes under a heavy drive with 12 Nelson as they turn for home. Federal Exchange kicks for the cash and leads by 1. 5 of them chase a lonesome leader, and up the inside AG Diamond's trying to cling on to second. Sharon's Prince is deep on the track, and right there is Battle Warrior, but inside the final 16th of a mile at 6-1. Federal Exchange sought the trip. Sharon's Prince moves into second. Federal Exchange has won it. Sharon's Prince was second, Battle Warrior was third, and Impressiveness was fourth. Away and running. Good level start. Speed from Shanghai Rose and Poulin, and right there too is Hey Hey Renee, and set the stage, came away in fourth. Hey Sarah, you got it. Protects rail position early on. I'm With Her is a hustled upon 6 in front of Vino Baby, and Shorebound is last of all. So Hey Hey Renee is at the top of the group, but Poulin is right there poised to strike and strides beautifully in that 2nd place spot. Shanghai Rose stays pinned towards the rail, and I'm With Her makes a bold middle move on the far outside. Set the stages in that 5th place position, not responding as of yet. Hey Sarah, you got it is in front of Shorebound, and last of all is Vino Baby. Here's the far turn run, and I'm With Her comes calling for the lead. Hey Hey Renee stays at the rail, and Poulin's in between rivals. These are the 3 principals as they turn for home. I'm With Her with this long steady grind now levels the strike the front. Hey Hey Renee battles on, and so does Poulin. Closing in late is set the stage inside the final furlong. I'm With Her with a fight on her hands, turning the tables over Poulin and Hey Hey Renee, and now set the stage is moving into a top 4 spot, but I'm With Her is nicely clear. I'm With Her has won it. Set the Stage was second, Poulin was third, and Hey Hey Renee was fourth. Away and running. Taking a solid bump at the start was Tailored for Joy. Good rail speed from Saucy 6 and No Need to Ask. And Coco Mills is right there too in the firing line. Roberta comes away a handy fourth, and Tailored for Joy probes up the inside. Sterling Cat has one beaten, and Abel's at the back of the pack. So No Need to Ask, the favorite, leads past the 6.5 and leads by 1. Coco Mills is one path off the rail in second, and Saucy 6 continues to protect the inside with 6 furlongs left to go in a race that has no pace whatsoever. Roberta chases a glacial-like pace in fourth, and Tailored for Joy stays to the inside and is eager to go too. Sterling Cat beats 1, and Abel still last of all. So it's all No Need to Ask, going as smooth as silk and leads by a length and a half. Coco Mills right there chasing the speed in second, and Saucy 6 needs to go now at the 4 furlong point as No Need to Ask is slowly slipping away. Roberta continues to stay one path off the rail. Tailored for Joy is looking for the out, nowhere to go. On the outside, Sterling Cat tries to get going, and Abel still last of all. There's been no shift to positions, and No Need to Ask continues to lead and ask for a bit more. Coco Mills is all in with 5/16 to go, and Roberta closes in as they turn to the top of the stretch, and it's still No Need to Ask who's been this long time leader. Coco Mills has been the co-pilot throughout with 3/16 to go, and No Need to Ask continues to give plenty. Saucy 6 peels off the fence. Coco Mills battles on. Abel is closing in, but it's way too little too late. No Need to Ask, just a stroll in the park today. No Need to Ask has won it. Abel was second, Saucy 6 was third, and Coco Mills was fourth. Away and running. Missing the break was Guayo. Good speed from Captain Candy and Shipman. I See You Looking is also right there putting the pedal to the metal. And Ikigai smartly backs off this trio of speed. And the one who stood in the gate was Guayo. So it's all Shipman from here on out. Going to try to make play on the front end. Goes past the 4.5 with a half-length lead. Captain Candy stalks the pace from second. And now Ikigai in the yellow colors has the split and trying to dice that one through, and I See You Looking is committed to a 4-wide move, and Shipman just checked hard entering the 3 furlong stage. Quite a lively event, while I See You Looking surges to strike the front. Ikigai battles on, so does a long shot Captain Candy. Shipman needs a big rally from here, and Guayo's last of all. Homeward bound now, I See You Looking passes the 3/16 pole with a sizable advantage. Captain Candy into second. Shipman's finding a second win. Ikigai has nowhere to give, and Guayo blew it at the start, but they're inside the final 100 yards. I See You Looking is looking around, and nobody's catching over Captain Candy, who's in second. I See You Looking has won it by 4 in the end over Captain Candy, Shipman, and Guayo. Away and running. Very slow in his stride with Silver Front. Meanwhile, Rigel and Leo's Foo break 1-2 deep on the track. Orators right there as well, and up the inside is Keratin. Pulling hard is Chuck Adams in the silver cap and passed by Ennistown. And Straight Arrow the Gray is right there too. Honor Mags and Keratin now near the back of the pack, with Chuck Adams relegated to the backfield with Falcon Cove. And Silver Front's last of the 10. They swing left, and it's Leo Foo who shows the way, and it's only one open length as Orator head down on the chest and gallops along sweet Sweetly in second. Rigel protects that rail position in third, and deep on the track is Ennistown, who tries to close into fourth. Straight Arrow is towing in the gate prior to the starter releasing them, and those are the first 5 down the back. Keratin has company as they go past the little tree. So back to the front we go, and Leo's Fool's the leader. Leo's Fool leads by only a neck. Orator right there tracking the pace in second. Rigel's had the run of the race. Ennistown is very wide, and Straight Arrow's right there in the thick of it too. Then you have Keratin, who's a ground-saving trip. Trying to get out as Chuck Adams in between rivals. On the far outside, Falcon Cove. Otter Mag starts to pick him off one by one, and Silver Front still last of all. So now the plot thickens as Ennistown comes calling for the lead. Leo's Food tries to fight off that rival. Orator needs to dig deep and find more as they turn for home. Ennistown right down the center of the track strikes the front, but Straight Arrow is looming large in the split coming from Rigel, and it's still Ennistown fighting on with everything he has. Straight Arrow is fully stretched trying to catch this 8-1 price. Ennistown is still holding. Here's the result. Ennistown in a head bob with Straight Arrow, nothing in it. Away and running to a nice start. Dinosaur was the first one to hit the ground running. Miss Annabelle showing good early pace, and so is Doc's Miracle. And Disco Rules smartly backs off the battle in fourth. Intrepid Mo has one beaten, and Old Bay's at the back of the pack. Around the first turn they go. Miss Annabelle shows the way, and she shows the way 3/4 of a length over Doc's Miracle, who's a tracking second. And Dinosaur's only 2 lengths down from the speed, which is held by Miss Annabella. And on the outside, Intrepid Mo is picking up momentum on the far outside and joined third. Disco Rules is still in front of 1, and Old Bay's at the back of the pack. So Miss Annabella continues to strut her stuff on a lonesome lead of 3/4 of a length with 5 furlongs to go. Doc's Miracle has hounded her every step of the way, and in the red cap on the far outside, Intrepid Mo raises the stakes but is going 4 paths deep. Dinosaur has no excuses with a sweet rail skimming run. Disco Rules has gotten a lot closer, and so is Old Bay. Still multiple chances with 3 furlongs to go, and there goes Intrepid Mo, who sought off the pace battle, and Intrepid Mo's the first one to move, and Disco Rules is on the same page too. Now Doc's Miracle calls it a day. Miss Annabella puts the cue in the rack. Dinosaur struggling for the moment, and Old Bay tries to pass that one. It's a 2-horse affair at the top of the stretch. Intrepid Mo's covered a lot of ground, but still holding on by 3/4 of a length. Disco Rules is fully stretched. Dinosaur finally gets it into gear, but it's a minor award today inside the final 220, and Intrepid Mo keeps on finding. Disco Rules continues the chase. Dinosaur and Old Bay try to round it out, but inside the concluding stages, it's Intrepid Mo's win. Intrepid Mo has won it by over 2. To beat out Disco Rules, then Dinosaur and Old Bay. Away and running. Perfect start. Good speed from Wriggle Rules and Cash Point. They break 1-2, and Letter sizzles deep on the track. Up the inside, Cloud Kisses joins the fight along with Key Witness, and Mom Estorina's right there too, and it's a lively clip. Far outside for She's a Canny Lass in front of Lorelei, and Codename Macy's at the back of the pack, so they really mix it up. And it's Key Witness who spearheads the field, but Mom Estorina wants none of that and kicks right back to to the outside at the 3.5. Let Her Sizzle goes 4 paths deep. Regal Rules in the black cap is right there in a feisty mood too. She's a canny lass, has a beautiful trip today. Cash Point continues the chase, and the other 3 of little consequence at this stage. Around the bend with a quarter to go. Ma Masturina pushes come to shove, and Regal Rules wants the lead, but she's a canny lass, has all of this positive momentum, and she stretches those great legs out now. Ma Masturina still has the target on her back. Let Her Sizzle's trying to press on past a stubborn foe. She's a canny lass is closing in 2 yards to the finish. Ma Masturina slowly giving way to Let Her Sizzle with a long steady grind. Let Her Sizzle has prevailed over Ma Masturina. She's a canny lass and codename Macy.